Hey guys, this is Hbkgrand from Dark Shinobis. I'm making a video about my Nova Primes build today. She's a really beautiful Warframe to have, and she's one of my favorites as well to play with. If you do not have her, she's sadly vaulted at the moment, but you could still get from the trade chat from people to about 150 to 200 platinum. On the other hand, if you are still missing the regular Warframe, you can still farm her on the Europa boss, the Raptor, and the mission is, I believe, the Nama. So you can get the regular Nova from there. Now my Nova has like 5 formas on her, so which makes it like a lot extensive. So if you do not know about the stuff, there is a about the modding, there is a link below on the guide, and it is detailed to show you guys like how to set up mods and whatnot. Now we're gonna press like R2, and that's whenever you in the arsenal you can see the abilities here. The first ability that you're going to always look at, the passive ability. These are the ones that all the Warframes have, and Nova's basically passive ability. If she gets knocked down, she'll like topple the enemies surrounding her, so kind of push back, so it will make her to jump up and you can quickly rush out. The first ability is the Null Star. It creates like the particles, and the particles basically are like small balls, and they carry damage. So it has low strength, fast Nova, so it does only like 60 damage. The second ability is the animator drop. So it's like a damage multiplier. At the moment, since we have low strength, it's only like 1.6 damage multiplier. So as you can see, like if you have like a weapon with like 2 damage multiplier, you can add that 1.6 there, and you're doing like 3.6 damage multiplier. So it's kind of like an awesome ability. The third one is the wormhole. In the wormhole, what happens is like you create a portal wherever you're pointing your cursor. At the end of it, how much range you have on it, that's where you can actually teleport yourself right through the wormhole, so you can go wherever you want. So people use it to go faster. Now the last ability, molecular prime ability. Now this is the ability that actually people focus on when they talk about Nova. This ability can be shifted towards 2 different directions. So if you apply like a lot of strength, it will become a slow Nova. If you apply a lot of negative strength, it can actually turn into a fast Nova. Now how that happens is like when you there's a mod I will show you in the build. When you have a negative strength on it, it goes down to like 40%, which gives you the slow percentage into -30. When you use the molecular prime ability on enemies, they actually become super fast. Whereas when you have a lot of strength on it, the slow percentage can go 75%, 75 to the maximum, and it slows them down tremendously. Now we're gonna go and check on the upgrade menu by pressing triangle. Now they did an update where you can name your configurations, which made my life a lot easier. So my configuration A is fast Grineer infested, configuration B slow Nova, configuration C is fast Corpus. Now fast Grineer infested, which is the configuration A, I'm gonna show you the aura mod. Basically is the corrosive projection, which is because it gives you like it reduces the enemy's armor by -30%, which is important because the Grineers and the infested have high armor, so you gotta use the corrosive projection. You can get that from the alerts. This mod. The Cunning Drift is a drift mod from the Lua challenge rooms, which gives you a lot of range. So the Prime Continuity and the Narrow-Minded, these are used for duration purposes. If you want to have like a rank 7 or 8 Narrow-Minded, that's completely up to you. I'm fine with this, but Prime Continuity and Narrow-Mind gives you a lot of duration. So the next one will be the Fleeting Expertise, basically. So the Fleeting Expertise gives you efficiency. It's the reduction in the cost of your ability cast, so it kind of helps you out. That other one is the Stretch. The Stretch gives you a lot of range. Now overextended over here is a really important mod to have. This one actually, that's how you get the fast Nova, because of that negative 60% ability strength. So it reduces it to down to 40%. The prime flow, you can have the regular flow if you want. There's no problem with that because you just need energy to cast. With the fast, since you have a lot of efficiency going on, you can cast as much as want. Streamline also gives you efficiency, so that's pretty much it. And vitality is important against Grineer infested because they damage your health using like slash, toxin damage, and whatnot. So that's basically pretty much it for the fast Nova from the Grineer infested side. Now The only difference between Fast Nova and Corpus are the aura mods basically and the health mods. The shield disruption actually helps out in the shield capacity, reduction in the shield capacity, because Corpuses have more shield. So this one will reduce their shields, thus making it easier to shoot through their shields and then killing them fast if you're not using toxin damage and whatnot. So I would recommend using toxin damages on your weapons and whatnot. Other than that, my Cunning Drift, Prime Continuity, Narrow-Minded, Fleeting Expertise, Stretch, Overextended, Prime Flow, Streamline, they're all the same, but just the last part where I had in the Fast Green Infested, I had Vitality. Here I'm using Redirection because Corpus attack your shields before they can get to your health. So the higher shields you have, the better it is for you, so it's not really a problem. So that's basically like the two major differences between Fast Greniers and Infested. Whereas the Slow Nova is now primarily focused on the ability Strength. So the Corrosive Projection, again, for Grenier Infested will reduce their armor. If you're going against Corpus, you could use Shield Disruption to reduce their shield. The Power Drift mod is important to increase it will give you like plus 15% strength and knockdown resistance as well, which is kind of helpful for Nova because she's a little bit of squishy Warframe. The Transient Fortitude for the ability and strength as well, because that's what we're looking for. Vitality to give you a lot of health. Blind Rage to give you strength and has low efficiency. Streamline will give you efficiency to level it up. Vigor is like a Nightmare mod, so you could get from Nightmare missions, it gives you shield and health. Whereas the Prime Flow again gives you energy. You could use the regular flow or the Prime Flow. The Prime Continuity gives you duration, so it could give you that, and you need redirection on it. So this is kind of like a build for like anything, any kind of you go to Greniers or Infested, that's completely up to you. That's basically your decision. So this is kind of like a build where you go for like higher level missions. Now we're gonna test like the Fast Nova build basically. From here, we're gonna go check out, I'll just show you quickly what we're going for. So we're gonna like use this Fast Nova abilities with like -30 and like the explosion damage of obviously like a little bit low. So I'll just go like quickly look at if I'm not solo. So I'll just check. Yeah, I was. So I'm gonna go like public. So I'm gonna go from here to the navigation menu, and you could test it out anywhere, but I'll go to a COD because it's like a level 35 to 40 mission. So it kind of gives you like a better idea what we're getting ourselves into. So once we're in here, I'm gonna show you like when I cast my Fast Nova ability. Now you got plenty of energy because of Fast Nova, because you don't need strength, so a lot of strength mods decrease your energy. So as you're gonna see, when enemies start to get like affected by that, you'll see like the energy color, so you could see like they're affected by your range. So you'll see how fast these are appearing. So if you pay attention closely, like when they're getting attacked, you'll see like these green smokes coming out of them. So what that is basically like a chain reaction type thing. So like the more enemies you're gonna kill, if there's like a cluster of enemies and you do the prime version, it's gonna do a lot of chain reaction, so they're gonna get multiple attacks. Now from here we're gonna test out the Slow Nova build, so which will show you guys like, oh, so what the Slow Nova is all about. So we're gonna go to so I'm gonna do this solo, that way like I don't piss off anybody who's like, oh my god, like there's a Slow Nova like in wave 5, if you're only doing like wave 5s or something. Now when you're using Slow Nova, make sure to use your like null star and then your molecular prime, and for a few seconds I'll just show you around that like this is if you have enough strength. Like a lot of people just leave it at 75, but if you have enough strength on yours, like you'll see I'm not even using a bullet, and these are like level 35 and 40 enemies basically, and they're just being destroyed by the null star. I'm not even using any weapons, or you could even see the bullet right there, like they're just there. So you can actually constantly just use your null star to kill the enemies. If you add the animator drop, it increases like by 10 times your damage. So when you're doing the damage to if they're affected by the animator drop. Whereas when you do the molecular prime, it can create like a high explosion damage as well. So just to make sure, like when the ancients are there, you have to kill those before, because the ancients have high armor, they have high capabilities of survivability, and they give a lot of boost to their allies. And now I'm going to bring you guys attention towards like the damage difference between the fast nova and slow nova. Fast nova gets the job done, but the slow nova is primarily focused on higher level missions. Now if you look at the first ability, the null star, my slow nova has about over 300 damage for the particles, whereas my fast nova had about only 60 because of lack of strength. My fast nova for the animator drop has about 1.6 damage multiplier, whereas my slow nova has about over 10. Now the most focused people lose on the molecular prime is like they say like, oh, we have 175 180 power strength, so and then we're getting 75 slow percentage, we don't need to put more strength on it. But that's kind of like wrong in my opinion. Reason behind that is like, if you have even higher strength like 240 230s or whatnot, your explosion damage will increase. And if you add that with the animator drop and the null star, it goes even higher. So you can actually, just using your abilities, you can cause massive amount of damage with nova. Whereas you can see with my fast nova, I only had like 320 damage. So if you apply more strength mods on your nova, it can create a heavy amount of explosion damage. So just don't leave it at 180 or 170 and you're getting the slow nova. So make sure you have higher strength, so you can actually, just using the nova's ability, you can cause the damage. I hope you guys like this video. I will be making more videos about the builds. So if you have any questions or anything regarding Nova's build, or if you have any input you want to put in, make sure to leave a comment below and whatnot. Just subscribe, like, and this is Hbkgrand signing out. I hope you guys like this video. Take it easy, guys.